All right, Shalom. This is the brother Nahalia from the GMS Orlando camp. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who are the elders of Yasha'Allah. And a sincere salutation to all you Akim, who are preaching this word and believing this word in all truth and in sincerity. All right, and this is John chapter 10 and verse 10. All right, and it reads, "The thief cometh not before to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundantly." All right, and the reason I want to go into this is because, especially around this election time, and you see where our people's hearts and their minds are invested in, you can tell that our people's expectation for life is very negative. All right, and there's more to life than this. There's more to life than having to pretend and go to somebody's job or have a business where you got to pay taxes to a nation that hates you, and you have to go to a nation that hates you for the one of all things. There's something bigger and there's something better than this. All right, the Lord has something better in store for our nation. All right, and these things don't even compare. All right, you see our people so emotional and so invested in this system and voting for Biden or voting for Trump and these different things. And through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai, we understand that Hamashiach, as it is written, all right, he said that he came, all right, that we may have life and that we may have it more abundantly, man. All right, this is matter of fact, let me get this. Haggai chapter 1 and verse 5, and it reads, "Now therefore thus saith the Lord of hosts, consider your ways. Ye have sown much, and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put it into a bag with holes," man. All right, meaning it's never enough. All right, just for your basic needs for survival is never enough. And this is our people's idea of life, man. They don't complain about this. It says the Lord said the just complain to him continually. All right, because the Lord has given us a vision to understand that there's more to life, all right, than having to deal with what we're dealing with now. All right, this is a temporary state. And our people don't have the mind or spirit to see anything past this, man. Even if it's just crumbs, our people's mindset is just like, I'll just take the crumbs, and that's just my life. That's just my nation's life. That's just the life of me and my generations, my kids. And the majority of our people have made up their mind that this is it. Matter of fact, let's get this. And this is one we quote all the time, man. All right, this is Jeremiah 2. And I'm going to jump down to verse 14. And it reads, "Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled?" All right, now people have a mindset of a homeborn slave. All right, to think on those terms, all right, is the mindset of a homeborn slave. All right, brothers bring this out all the time. There was a point in time where our people wanted their own government. Our people wanted to police themselves. Our people wanted these different things that are really basic necessities for a nation of people, to have their own land, to govern themselves. Now we're in 2020. Our people don't ask for any of those things, man. They don't ask for any of those things. They beg their master for more crumbs. And it's a sad thing to see. It says that the heart of the wise is in the house of mourning. All right, and why is that? Because we understand that there's more than this. All right, we understand through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai that the Lord has more in store for our nation, man. That this is a very temporary state of mind. All right, it's a very temporary state of being. But the majority of our nation is a homeborn slave mentally, man. All right, Esau did a great job through the spirit of the Lord. All right, in reducing our people mentally to that of a homeborn slave without having physical chains. And they don't expect more out of life. They don't expect more. They don't believe. You think about this. They truly don't believe they deserve more than what we have right now. And if they do believe we deserve more than this, they only want something a little bit more benefits in this system. You know, they don't want anything of their own accord, because Esau has reduced our people to believe that we're not capable of governing ourselves. And there's more to life than this. You know, and that's what Hamashiach is bringing, all right? Yahweh is sending Yahweh Shai, all right, that we may have life and that we may have it more abundantly, man. That this apartment, 2-bed, 2-bath, house with a picket fence in Babylon, that whole mindset is so small compared to what the Lord has in store for us, man. As a matter of fact, let me grab this just to give a little window into, you know, the things that the Lord has planned for us, man. All right, this is Zephaniah. All right, verse chapter 3, and man, this is a beautiful one. All right, this is Zephaniah 3:17, and it reads, "The Lord thy God, Yahweh Bashim Shai, in the midst of thee is mighty. He will save. He will rejoice over thee with joy. He will rest in his love. He will joy over thee with singing. I will gather them that are sorrowful for the solemn assembly, who are of thee, to whom the reproach of it was a burden. Behold, at that time I will undo all that afflict thee, and I will save her that halteth, and gather her that was driven out. And I will get them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame." All right, and that starts with the elect of the nation of Israel. But eventually our entire nation are going to have fame, all right, in all of these lands where we will put to shame. In all of these lands like China, where they have these minstrel shows where they black their face and they wear gold teeth and they do little things just to make mockery of our nation, all right? And that's just one of many examples. You know, we could talk about Babylon the Great, all right? We could talk about over there in the UK and how they make mockery, all right? In Spain, how they make a mockery of the Spanish, all right? The so-called Spanish, the so-called Hispanics. In every land we will put to shame, the Lord's going to give us fame in those lands. It said he's going to rejoice over us with singing. Our people can't even imagine something like that. The ceiling is so low the bar is set so low for our people that if you gave our people a good job and allowed them to pay their bills and still have a little bit left over to kind of spend on things that they want, they'd be satisfied, man. That's how low the bar is set for the nation of Israel, the majority of our people in their mindset. But the Lord has something greater in store for us, man. All right, the Lord said that, you know, let me get this. This is Zephaniah 3:20, all right, and it reads, "At that time will I bring you again, even in the time that I gather you, for I will make you a name and a praise among all people of the earth, when I turn back your captivity before your eyes, saith Yahweh Bashim Yahushai." And our people have lost hope in that, all right? Our people have lost hope in the fact that the Lord is going to save us from all that afflict us, all right? That the Lord is going to make us a joy, all right? A praise among all people. All right, our people are so used to being a mockery of all people that they couldn't imagine anything different, man. And that's what Hamashiach is coming to bring. That's the importance of Shiloh, all right? When it says in Genesis, until Shiloh come, all right? Because Hamashiach coming back is the change of the guard, man. All right, it's the end of all of this terrible thing, all of the terrible things that we had to go through here. All right, in the beginning of something we can't even imagine. All right, our best imagination, all right, our best hopes and our best dreams couldn't equal up to what the Lord has planned for our nation, man. And that's why only the elect are going to be able to be saved on this round, and the rest of our people are going to have to learn through death by pain because they've lost hope. All right, they've lost hope. Matter of fact, let's get that. All right, this is Ecclesiastes 2. All right, and I'm gonna jump down to 14. All right, and it reads, "Woe unto you that have lost patience And what will ye do when the Lord shall visit you? All right, because the Lord said this is the patience and the faith of the saints. All right, that if we continue in the Lord's ways, if we're obedient unto the Lord, all right, if we continue to have hope in the Lord's saving power, in his ability to save us from these things and to give us what was promised to our forefathers, all right, according to his promise. If we have hope in those things, our hope will not be frustrated. But on the opposite side of that coin, the Lord is telling our people, woe unto you that have lost patience, destruction unto you. What will you do when the Lord is going to visit you? And we're in the time of the Lord's visitation. All right, we're entering into the time of the Lord, visiting this world with judgment. And the Lord has so much more in store for our nation. All right, and only 1/3 of our people can actually receive it enough to change and follow after it. That's how you know this is the house of Israel. All right, the Lord said that have the other nations changed their gods, which are no gods? No. He said that his people don't even consider. You know, our people can't even picture themselves being the chosen people above other nations. That's why every time we ask our people, that's why every time we tell our people, look, the Lord coming to save our people. And they instinctively, almost as soon as they hear that, their next reply, their next question is, what about the other nations? Because our people are so ingrained in being servants and homeborn slaves, they can't imagine having something that just belongs to them through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shah. They couldn't imagine a world where they actually get to receive something better than the rest of the nations because they're so used to eating scraps. And that's why I wanted to start off with John 10:10. Because Yahweh Shah said he came that we may have life, but that we may have it more abundantly, man. Because even back then, in that time, in the time of Rome, all right, when Yahweh Shah was in the earth, all right, the majority of our people had made peace that they were going to be under the Romans or another nation. And that was the Pharisees' main goal, was to maintain the order that they had in their mind worked so hard to keep. But Hamashiach was saying, he said he have come that we may have life and have it more abundantly, because through that sacrifice, we will be able to receive the promises made to our forefathers, man. And that's more than just the bottom shelf of what we stand to gain through the Spirit of the Lord, man. All right, and when I say bottom shelf, I mean just being a nation to have your own land and be amongst yourselves. That's baseline. All the other nations have that. That's baseline. That's like having a home. All right, having a place to lay your head. As a nation of people, that's what land is equated to. That's why the Lord called those lands their inheritance. And that's why the ultimate punishment for us was to be scattered amongst all nations. But the Lord said what? That he had, that man. I'm going to bring this out. All right, this is... Matter of fact, let me go to Isaiah. I'm gonna grab this out of Isaiah. Lord willing, I can find it. This is Slovakia. But yeah, I'm going to grab it in Isaiah, where the Lord said that eyes have not seen, man. All right? What he has in store for us. And we have to maintain that hope, all right? All right, this is Isaiah 64 and verse 4. All right, and it reads, for since the beginning of the world, men have not heard, nor perceived by the ear, neither hath the eye seen, O Yahweh Shema Shai, beside thee, what he hath prepared for him that waiteth for him, man. All right. And that's where our hope lives, man. That the Lord has things that it says the scriptures talk about greater works than these are hid from us. And these things are being prepared for the Lord's people, the ones that he loves, man. All right. He said, Jacob have I loved and Esau have I hated, man. All right. The Lord said that he chose our nation above all nations. That promise has never went away. That was an inheritance given to our people. All right. But this is what our people have said in their heart, whether they're willing to admit it or not. All right. I'm going to jump down to, I'm going to grab Isaiah 49. All right. And I'm going to jump to 14. All right. And it reads, but Zion said, the Lord hath forsaken me, and my Lord hath forgotten me. And that's why our people have this mindset of, all right, let's just make peace with the devil. All right. And just take the crumbs that he give us. Let's just be satisfied with that. Let's just be satisfied with these crumbs. And every couple years, we'll just ask the Lord to give us a bigger piece of the crumb. Maybe a little more. You know, that Oliver Twist. Please, sir, can I have some more? Like, our people have made up in their mind that the Lord is not going to save us from this situation. That this is going to be our existence. And not only our existence, but the existence of our children's children. Our people have made peace with that. And the Lord said that he has more in store for us, man. But the majority of our people, again, Isaiah 49 and 14. But Zion said, the Lord hath forsaken me, and my Lord hath forgotten me. Can a woman forget her sucking child, that she should not have compassion on the son of her womb? Yea, they may forget, yet will I not forget thee. Behold, I have graven thee upon the palms of my hands. Thy walls are continually before me. Me and the Lord, this is, man, the Lord really loves our nation, man. And that's why the Lord put us through what we went through, man. We went through this situation right now so that on the other side of this, we could be cleansed of our iniquity, all right? And not only that, but we will be able to enjoy the reward that was given, the inheritance that was given to our forefathers, man. The Lord said, can a mother forget her sucking child, man? The Lord said he'll never forget us. Even to our hoary head, he will be with us. But our people have given up that there's more to life than what we see and what we live and what we have to endure. It's to a point where our people they have given up on even having the baseline, the bare necessities as a nation of people, man. And this election really brings that home. This election really makes it hit home. You know, that our people are so desperate that they look towards musicians and actors and athletes for hope in a system that has failed. Matter of fact, that reminds me, Lamentations. All right, Lamentations 4 and 17. All right, and it reads, as for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us, man. And our people continue to watch for that same nation. And this is today is a perfect example of that, man. Today is a perfect example of our people watching for a nation that cannot save us, man. Because whether Biden makes it in or Trump makes it in, all right? And you got Jake on both sides of the fence with hope that this nation will be able to save us from our situation. And it's a very low bar that is set for our people in their minds. That the best case scenario is that you'll have the best of the worst. In everything, when you think about it. Not just the best of the worst in presidents, but the best of the worst in housing, the best of the worst in food, all right? The best of the worst in economics, and being able to protect your family and being able to live according to the culture that the Lord gave you and not the culture that you were told belongs to you. The bar is set very low for our people in their minds, that they rejoice and they are very encouraged that this is the best we can do. You know, and that's why ultimately it's going to destroy 2/3 of our people, because it's the rebellion and it's also the loss of hope. All right, the loss of patience and the loss of hope. If there was another nation on the planet, all right, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai, all right, if any other nation would have heard that they were the greatest people on the face of the earth, in the condition that our people are in, they would have changed their ways overnight, man. But it shows you how rebellious and how sottish our people are, man. That they can't even, they've reached a new low to where they can't even picture themselves. Even talking amongst themselves, they cannot picture themselves being above all nations, man. Because a lot of times when we talking to Jake, all right, we talking to Jake, and it's just us. No Edomites, no so-called white people around. All right, because that's who Jake more afraid of when we talk about being above all nations. And even talking amongst ourselves when we try to tell our people, look, you the chosen of the Lord, man. They can't even fathom that. They can't fathom that and it not pertaining to another nation outside of themselves, man. Automatically, what about the other nations? You mean we get something that's all to ourselves? I can't believe that. That's how low the bar is set for our people, man. All right, this is Lamentations chapter 4 and verse 1. And it reads, how is the gold become dim? How is the most fine gold changed? The stones of the sanctuary are poured out in the top of every street. The precious sons of Zion, comparable to fine gold, how are they esteemed as earthen pitchers? The work of the hands of the potter, man. So much so to the point where even those precious sons can't even imagine themselves being precious anymore. And like I said, through the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Al-Shah, ultimately it's going to be the destruction of 2/3 of our people. Because that mindset, along with the rebellion, is going to lead them further in the destruction. All right, and the scriptures talk about death being better than a continual sickness. All right, and that's a sickness in our people. That the best that they can picture in their mind, the best case scenario, is to get a good job with the devil, all right, and have enough money left over after your bills to buy things that you like. That's a sickness. That's a sickness. When you think about the Philippines, for example, all right, they were ruled by the Spanish at one time. But now they're not ruled by the Spanish. Because they didn't allow themselves to stay in that position. You know, they fought and they resisted until they got what they wanted as a nation of people. But this shows you how destroyed, and the Lord said that he would destroy us. He said he would put a yoke of iron upon our neck until we be destroyed. And that shows you the state of a destroyed people, where you don't even have to put them in chains anymore. You can let them roam free, and they'll keep themselves relegated to a slave mindset, a homeborn slave. And only 1/3 of our people are going to have that vision through the spirit of the Lord and be confident. All right, confident in the power of the Lord, that regardless of everything that's been done to us, the Lord is going to still allow us to have a kingdom, and he's going to deliver us from our enemies, and he's going to give us justice for what's been done to us. Only a remnant is going to have that confidence in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, that trust in the Heavenly Father, man. Not of ourselves, man. Because without the Lord putting the spirit on brothers and sisters to believe, we wouldn't believe. Our bar would be just as low. And understanding that, you understand the importance of not only the day of judgment, but that the Lord has to get rid of 2/3 of our people. Because that mindset is not only it's not good for our people, but it's not good for the earth either, because the Lord gave this to us for an inheritance. You know, there was a woman that was talking about, there was a woman that had a video, all right, and she was in the land of Israel, and she was like, you know, they're telling us that you guys don't know who you are. He said, you are the people that the Lord chose, you know, and she said that without you, you know, we won't make it. Now, we understand that Yahweh Shai, all right, first and foremost, is Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, all right, and we're joint heirs with Yahweh Shai, all right, but without the nation of Israel being established with Yahweh Shai first and foremost, the earth will not enjoy rest. The people on the earth will not enjoy rest and peace. They will not be able to enjoy the earth as it was intended to be enjoyed. As a matter of fact, this is Isaiah 45, all right, and 18. And it reads, for thus saith the Lord that created the heavens, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua himself that formed the earth and made it. He hath established it. He created it not in vain. He formed it to be inhabited. I am Yahweh by Shema Shai, and there is none else. All right, the Lord created this earth to be inhabited, to be enjoyed in righteousness, though. But that can only happen, all right, through the promise that the Lord gave the nation of Israel, beginning with Yahweh Shai, man. Because when the righteous are in authority, you know, that has to happen. That has to be established. And that's why the Lord's going to start with his house first. Because in order for the earth to be enjoyed, and in order for the other heathen nations to enjoy the earth, all right, the rulership has to be established. And that is a part of our inheritance. That is a part of the promise that the Lord gave our nation. And there's so much more to life than what our people have settled for time and time again. All right. And that is the comfort that we enjoy through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Shema Shai. Understanding that this is a temporary condition in life. All right. So Lord willing, this was edifying. With that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who are the elders of Yasha'Allah, and a sincere salutation to all you Akim, who are preaching this word, and to you Akwath, all right, who are believing this word in all truth and in sincerity. Shalom.